So what is probate? It's the legal process to change title of an asset out of the name of the deceased. Look on title. If there's a dead person there, then you're going to need probate. You might need probate. If there's multiple people on there, it's possible it could go to the other owners. If it's tenants in common, it's not going to. But if, as the words rights of survivorship, if one of the owners dies, it's going to go to the other owner. So where probate comes in is where you have a property where it's titled in the name of the deceased. So probate comes from a Latin word meaning to prove. So you got to prove, who's entitled to the estate. And then you have to prove that they paid all their bills, that they paid their creditors. There's a lot of hurry up and wait in the probate process. Now, it's different state to state, so that's why it's important to talk to someone, to an attorney in that state, because the timelines and the specific are going to vary in that state. Well, first of all, too, there's usually minimums, too. If there's a bank account that you need to collect, if everything that you need to collect is worth less than $75,000, in Arizona, you can do they call it a personal property affidavit, where you're swearing that you're entitled to it. You swear that everything's less than $75,000, so they let you collect it without a probate. So a house is real property. They had the same thing for $100,000. So in Arizona, if there's more than $100,000 of value, and the way they calculate that is you take the tax assessed value in the year that you're going to do the real property affidavit. So if the person died 5 years ago, but you're going to do the affidavit now, we would look up and find the 2023 tax assessed value. And they do let you take out the value of a mortgage. So if it was a $200,000 tax assessed value, but they had a mortgage of $125,000, they have less than $100,000 of equity. So you can do what's called a real property affidavit. That's one of the first things I'm looking at, right? So there's someone dead on title. We look at the value of it and say, all right, is the value low enough where one of these things is an option, a real property affidavit? The other thing is you have to wait 6 months after the date of death to file that real property affidavit. It's got to be less than $100,000, and you have to wait 6 months after they passed away.